Welcome back. Episode 2, Andre's Mind. We're going to talk about what's on my mind this week and the epic failure that was last episode. I recorded a full on episode, and guess what? No freaking audio. My bad. So, doing this again. This week, I want to talk about the value of a mentor, and not just someone that's going to sell you something and walk away, but someone who can guide you. A little bit of NBA talk. Season's over. Boston won. If you didn't, in the last episode that I recorded that didn't have any audio, literally talked about Boston winning because of KP, Kristaps Porzingis, and no audio. Boxing, the most recent fight with Tank and Frank Martin, the Ryan Garcia drama. A little bit of a conspiracy behind that. Devin Haney and Kendrick, Lamar and Drake, that pop out was wild. So let's get into it. Today's topic, the main topic, is the value of a mentor. It's no secret. I learned from Chris Story. Chris was the guy. He was that dude for me. There was another gentleman named Steve, not as influential as Chris was, but still played a little bit of a part. The best thing that I did for myself was really go down rabbit holes on my own and do my own research and learn what makes me tick as a trader. Because even with Chris Story in the corner providing educational value, there wasn't that push in the right direction. It's really for the person that is self-directed. You can't want to be led and be a trader. The two don't coexist. So what do I notice about the state of the trading community? Again, I don't want to be pessimistic, but I'm just going to be fucking real. The state of the trading community is this. Anyone who's made 2 successful trades is going to start a course, get an IB account, and what they're going to do, Scammers Playbook 101. They are literally going to build a relationship to where the broker makes them look good. Broker will make them look good on the back end. They can't trade their way out of a wet paper bag. Legit. So MT4, MyFX book, all that stuff, FX Blue, all that could be faked. And I wish I was lying, but I'm not. I had a broker offer me a deal just like that. And that's not my style. I gotta go to sleep at night. And it's not all about money. So that's part of the playbook. And even prop firms, a lot of these prop firms failed because they were nothing more than glorified demo accounts. They don't expect you to make money. Why would they pay you out? You're trading a demo that looks like a live server. This is the game that brokers play. So there's very few people who can mentor you and truly guide you. One for me was Daniel Chung. Dan is the man. Dan was there for me as a friend when I was going through a really rough period in my life, and Dan was there. Just Dan, that's a mentor and a friend. A mentor is not going to be someone that's just going to sell you a course and say, go away, thank you. A mentor is going to be someone that guides you through your questions. A mentor is going to be there for you beyond the scope of trading. A mentor is going to help you rise to the occasion. A mentor is going to be there with you through thick and thin. That's the value of a mentor. Now, a lot of these guys are really just selling you courses. Hey, join my Telegram group. But where's the help at? Where are you at when I need questions? Yeah, I know my mentoring program's not cheap, but you can ask me questions. You have access to me through Zoom, and I'm there for my people. Ask anyone who I've ever mentored. I'm there for my people. There's a lot of burden that comes with that, right? A lot of pressure on my back and on the weight of the world can be on the shoulders, but it's not that big a deal because all you got to do is take it one step, one day, one person at a time. The other value of a mentor is life experience. Let's say you're going through something as a trader that your mentor hasn't gone through. Let's say you're going through something in life that maybe that mentor you paid for trading advice, you guys build a relationship, can help guide you through, which is one of the reasons I started studying human design was to better understand myself. But if I knew the human design of my members, I can guide you not only in trading in a specific way, but if you come at me with a life question, I'm very equipped to handle it because I'll say, hey, did you follow your strategy? Did you follow your authority according to your human design? And again, that part is not for everybody, but that's what makes a great mentor. It's not, hey, you pay me, I give you course. It just sounds like a caveman, but that's the point, right? Can your mentor's life experience help guide you? My last conversation with Chris Story, I asked him in very deep detail about his trading journey. And it's wild. And I'm not going to give out specifics, but it's a story of perseverance. It's a story of adjustments. It's a story of research. And this is why Chris also talks a lot about your unique psychological profile, because he gets it, he understands it. So my point in saying and talking about all this is you got to be cautious of who you're giving your money to. And I'm not saying that I am the best person for the job by no means. What I'm actually saying is If your mentor is a 15-year-old kid who claims that made $1 million trading and he's teaching you, yeah, I need you to question that. If your mentor comes from family money, what do they know about the struggle? And I'm not saying the struggle to glorify struggling. I'm saying you have no skin in the game, have no traction in the game, right? The shoes still have perfect soles. When a pair of running shoes, they wear out every 6 months, right? I've worn myself, I've beat myself to the ground. And my members know you have to beat yourself to the ground. You have to take what I say with a grain of salt and flip it to make it your way. Now, that's my thoughts on the mentor. So let's transition over to sports. What's on my mind about sports? NBA, Boston Celtics, congratulations. In that first episode that had no volume, I was talking about how Dallas has no answer for KP. No whatsoever. 7-1 can shoot, can pass. Dude is the unicorn. But congrats to Kyrie Irving. I like Kyrie despite all the stuff the media says about him. It was good to see him back on that final stage, though he played like crap. I think if he would have played someone other than Boston, he would have played a lot better. Maybe Dallas is holding that trophy and Luka gets that MVP. Maybe, but it just wasn't in the cards for Kyrie this time. So the NBA draft is today actually, and the talk of the draft has been Bronny James, and to no fault to him, the media is going to connect on that story because that's LeBron James's son. And it sucks for the other players in the draft because now the attention is literally going from the first round to the second round of the draft. When the first round of the draft, those typically are the impact players. And don't get me wrong, there have been some great players that come out of that second round, but it's not fair to kids who have a little bit more skin in the game. Great. Bronny's probably going to be a very great role player. And he's athletically gifted, so he can grow into probably a star. Who knows? But it's unfair to all these other kids who have grinded and worked their ass off. It's no fault of Bronny. It's just the product of his father and who his father is. And shout out to his dad for even being able to have his kids in that position to make it that far. That's hard. That's difficult. That's part of the reason I trade is to open doors. The other thing that's bugging me about the NBA media is they are literally trying to push Paul George out of his hometown to Philly. It's a narrative. Paul George best fit Philadelphia. Well, what's wrong with LA? Paul George has played more games for the Clippers than Kawhi Leonard. Paul George got the Clippers to the Western Conference Finals with Ty Lue, and Kawhi Leonard was hurt. It's not fair to PG, who is from LA. His mom is damn near disabled and can't travel, and the media is trying to push him out. Oh, he needs to get out of his comfort zone. I would argue that Paul George's contribution to the Clippers, getting them to their first Western Conference Finals, he's more valuable to that organization than Kawhi Leonard. He plays more, and he's been injured ever since he broke his leg in the USA games. He's been injury prone. But is it that, or is it that he's injury prone, or is it that I don't know, or maybe it's the way the NBA treats their players? PG is literally one of my favorite players, and I'm not biased. And I also seen today on First Take that they are trying to he may fit in Golden State if Clay leaves. Let Golden State work their stuff out. The media should have no involvement in where players should go, where players should leave. I'm a Laker fan. I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm a Laker fan. After LeBron leaves, I'm gonna be grateful. But anyway, and I didn't think that bubble championship counted. This coming from a Laker fan. I would love to see Clay as a Laker. His dad played on the Lakers. I would love to see sharp shooting Clay at Staples Center. Yes, I'm calling it Staples Center because of the heritage. And I think Clay may even want to play in LA. We'll see. But the dominoes for the Golden State Warriors, if Clay does leave, what does Steph do? Because now you've broken up a unit that's won 4 titles. Draymond's in long term. Is Clay a max player? Probably not, because after that injury, again, I had 2 crazy back-to-back injuries. It's not going to be the same, especially with traditional medicine. You're going to lose a step. So what do? I think the Boston Celtics can repeat? They need KP though. No KP, there is no way they're repeating. Drew Holiday is a great addition, but just from the way that the offense flows to take the pressure off of Tatum and Jaylen Brown, KP is the key to them repeating. Good interior defense. They lost a lot of that defense with Marcus Smart left, but it was hard for them to move on from him. But I get it. Do it. Win. But if KP stays healthy, Boston repeats. That no one in the league has an answer for KP. They literally try to beat this dude up in the paint. That brings me to something else. Nikola Jokic gets a lot of praise. He's a good player, but dude, do you see the elbows that he throws all the time? And he hit someone with an elbow, and then the player who got hit with the elbow gets called for the foul. It was driving me crazy watching them in the playoffs because he's just that ludicrous song, throw them bows. He was throwing them, and it pisses me off. But hey, if another player did that, then technicals, flagrant. But he was flagrantly elbowing people. I didn't mind him elbowing Anthony Davis. I don't like the fact that he wears a Laker uniform because he doesn't have that Laker mentality. But man, that drives me fucking crazy. Anywho, I'm a native Chicagoan, and I need to see Derrick Rose play at least one more season at a high level, or whatever is a high level to D Rose. I love D Rose, and I will never root against my hometown. It's to the point that if the Lakers and the Bulls are in the finals, I'm rooting for the Bulls. I will never go against my hometown, ever, ever, ever. But I would love to see D Rose go back to the Bulls on a trade. He's not going to get any run in Memphis. Maybe trade him to, I think D Rose would fit good on LA because, again, he can pass. He'll take the pressure off of Anthony Davis and LeBron James with JJ Redick as a new coach. And they want to play LeBron off the ball more. Get a point guard in there. D Rose has developed his jumper. He can still get to the basket. The pick and roll game would be ridiculous. The alley oop game with Davis and LeBron would be ridiculous. And you're going to say, oh, he played in Cleveland. He did. But again, he got hurt again. And one of the things with D Rose is the refs do not call fouls for him. This guy gets beat the hell up and does not get the free throw shots. But again, he's a stepchild of the NBA now, but it is what it is. But Chi-Town up. Now, let's transition. Music. What is Andre's mind? Music. Kendrick Lamar has taken everything by storm. And Kendrick Lamar has just ran through Drake and pause. And Pop Out was amazing. Not like us 5.5 times. He played that song off the stage. He united gang members from opposite sets. It was a beautiful thing to watch. K. Dot, you are amazing for what you did. Pop needed this. Is Drake hip hop? Drake can rap. Ghostwriter thing does not work in his favor though. Not at all. But Drake is hip hop. Drake can rap, but Drake is likely a manifesting generator. The guy can do every single thing. I think Drake got beat at his own game, personally. Do I think he had a mole? Hell, he had a mole in his camp because K. Dot dropped Family Matters right after that track. Right after it, he has a mole. But it was chestnut checkers, and people are saying, "Oh, that's taking it too far." Did you see how far Drake took it with Meek and Karma? Right, he took it too far, and like K. Dot said, "You taking it there? I'm taking it further." Boogeyman. Now, my favorite rapper is J. Cole, and I understand where J. Cole's coming from. He didn't want any parts of this beef. Not many people know this, but him and K. Dot, they recorded an album together. I got Music Connects. I know this. They recorded an album together. It's probably never going to see light of day. And from what I heard, it was so competitive on those tracks. They didn't talk to each other afterwards. They needed to cool off. And then they came back in, got in the booth, and killed it. I heard every song was a banger. Now I've heard a couple tracks off of it. I can't say how, but dude, it's fire. It's almost like Eminem and Royce the 5'9" Bad Meets Evil song, something like that, but just ultra competitive, just like two guys going at each other for the sake of like the best. I love competition. Can you understand why Cole backed off? Because again, it's beef. The guy likes peace. He might be a manifestor, a manifesting generator. And if he has love for K. Dot, words can be misconstrued. So back off. I get it. People are arguing he should have did it for hip hop. Well, you got to do it for yourself. The way Cole kills features in his last album might delete later. And like, that's the other thing. He said he might delete that later. He deleted the song. Why y'all mad? He was influenced by other people and he made a track and he realized, oh, this is not what I do. Let me back up. And he backed up, cut the guy some slack. But do I think him and K. Dot should have battled? Maybe. But I think they probably should have chatted with each other like, hey, we're not going to cross any lines. Families off the books, kids are off the books. That should have happened. That's where Drake fucked up and K. Dot just exposed them. Meet the Grams is diabolical. Another one that people don't really seem to care for, but is diabolical is 616 in LA. Dude, that song there, he set the tone. He set the tone for just destroying Drake with 616 in LA. Warning Drake, yo, I told you, don't do it. And that intro for 616 is beautiful. Asking God for forgiveness before he just tears into Drake. And he did. Meet the Grams was the next song, and he tore into Drake. And Not Like Us is pretty deep too, if you know what you're looking for. And Euphoria, people hate on Euphoria, but there's an excellent hip hop channel on YouTube. I don't remember the name of the channel, but people don't get it. It's Kill Bill. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, that's a menace. I need to circle back. Sports, boxing, Tank Davis, congrats. You annihilated Frank Martin. I told you guys, if I could get the audio for that episode, I said eighth round, he knocked out Frank. But that's not to say that Frank's not a great fighter. Frank's going to be a great fighter. It's just now the boxing community needs to stop questioning Tank. Five division champ. Kendrick Lamar's the boogeyman of rap. Tank's the boogeyman of boxing. People said, oh, he beat Ryan Garcia at a catchweight. Well, no shit, because Ryan would have came in at 150, 140. I'm sorry, 150, 160 if there was no catch weight. And I don't know if you've been punched by a heavyweight before, but that shit hurts. I do martial arts. I've been punched by someone taller and stronger than me. It don't feel good. Well, I don't mind getting hit, but catch weight was to protect Tank. If Tank had the same height and his same skill set and was the same height as Ryan Garcia, he would have beat the brakes off of Ryan. He knocked Ryan down with a jab, y'all. That should say something. Who do I think Tank should fight next? Loma should not duck Tank. And people are going to say Shakur. Shakur ain't ready. Shakur ain't ready. I should, and this is coming from me, I wouldn't fight Tank. But Tank has proved that he has a high boxing IQ. His footwork, his ability to read you is off the chains. And Shakur's not a stand in your face fighter. Tank knows how to cut that ring off. Shakur has not been hit how Tank's going to hit him. I don't know if Shakur got a chin like that. Tank got a chin. So I don't care to see him and Shakur. I think Shakur still will be a boogeyman, but not yet. I get why Loma didn't want to fight Shakur. What's in it for Loma? Nothing. Teofimo, I think Tank will beat the brakes off of Teofimo because Teo don't look too good. Do I want to see him fight Teofimo? No. We already know the outcome. I want to see him destroy Lomachenko. So, with that being said, I'm going to conclude this episode. I hope you guys liked it. I had so much fun recording it, just sitting here chatting with you guys. I hope you're not bored. I'm probably going to break this down into a few podcasts. That might make a little bit more sense, can drive some content out of it. But I hope you guys take the advice about finding a mentor seriously because it's serious. Don't fall for the glitz and glamour. I make it no secret that Dre likes cars. Dre wants a Lamborghini. And if I ever get one, Instagram's not going to know. It's going to be for my enjoyment. I may have one. You don't know. But trading is not about the glitz and glamour. If you ask any trader who's done this for such a long time, I'm still a rookie in my mind. You ask a 15, 20, 30-year veteran who's made millions of dollars, do they care about the money? It's the hunt. It's the thrill of the kill. That's what it is for me. I know from the depths of inside of me that I'm going to create something epic when I get in there and try to create a strategy. It's my boxing ring. It's my booth. It's my training ground. It's sitting here and creating. So with that, guys, I wish you all good day, good health. And until next episode, I'm signing off.